Hello everybody and welcome back to episode number 18 of Winning a National Title with every team in the game here in College Football 26. If you guys missed any of the episodes, up at the right hand corner we have a playlist from episode 1 to now, which is all the way through 18 episodes so far that we have done here in College Football 26. We did this last year on College Football 25. If you guys do want to go see that, go watch it because that's actually, it was a really cool series and we brought it over to 26 just because it was going to be fun. And now we're already 18 episodes in, which means new episode, which means we get a wheel spin to figure out a team that we need to do. If you guys do want to see it, if you guys do want to bypass the wheel, words are hard. If you guys want to bypass the wheel, write a comment down below, name of the team that you guys want to see. Of course, make sure you check the description because that will be all the teams that we have done so far and their seasons they eventually won a national championship. But let's go ahead and spin the wheel and see which team episode 18 is going to land on, and my wheel just decided to not work there. But I don't even know. It looks like it's going to be ECU. That was weird. The wheel didn't even want to go, but now we're going to go ahead and be ECU. So I believe they are in the American Conference. They are 71 overall. Not the best in the American. They got a little bit of work to do to get there, but not bad. Not too bad. We're, of course, going to be a head coach, and we'll be Blake Harrell. Or Harrell? Oh, I said Harwell, because that's definitely not his name. I'm pretty sure it's Harrell. I'm terrible with names, as you guys know. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started with this dynasty here. And we will go forth and hopefully win a national title here with ECU. But we're going to go ahead and take a look at our abilities. We do have recruiter and motivator, but it's not very much. Mostly for the defense. Let's see motivators. So, yeah, we're definitely going to start focusing this first. DBs and then D-line's going to be our first thing just because it's already upgraded. And then we'll get the offensive line. Our offensive coordinator does have elite recruiter. He doesn't have anything for the increasing hours, so we might look at a different one. And then, yeah, so we're going to get some new coordinators after this season, so that really doesn't matter. But taking a look at the roster-wise, we do have an 80-05 overall wide receiver to lead the team. We do still have London Montgomery, who's a nice little halfback, along with Parker Jenkins. We actually have some pretty decent halfbacks. 3 of our top 5 players are all halfbacks. Hauser is a 79 overall. We have Wright behind him. We do have 2 freshman quarterbacks. But of course, Buddy went over our halfback position. We have 1 good wide receiver. Petaway is a decent wide receiver too at 92 speed. We're definitely going to need some speed here at wide receiver. Tight end, we're okay. We're all right. Offensive line is going to need some work, desperately. Defensive line is going to need some work. We don't have a Sam linebacker, so that's cool. Linebackers are going to need work. Corners are going to need work. DBs are going to need work. And we have 3 kickers and 2 punters, so we don't need those. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get everything set up. I'll see everyone at the end of Season 1 here with ECU. And here we are at the end of Season 1 here with ECU. We go 5-7 here on the season. Not a great Season 1. We end up losing to NC State, but then won back-to-back against FCS and Coastal, then lost 2 in a row. Then won 2 in a row, lost 1, won 1, and then lost our 3 games. We lost to Memphis 54-7? Yikes. Okay. That's all right, but we're just gonna go ahead. We do need to fire our staff members here because we do need some new ones, and hopefully we can get some new ones at the off season here. But of course, season 1, that's what we normally do, unless we have some really good coordinators, because normally sometimes we will. But over here at ECU, we definitely needed some better ones, at least overall wise. We do have a lot of people wanting to transfer out, which, is not very fun. Cade Klubnik wins the Heisman Trophy, 3,800 yards, 33 touchdowns with a 67% completion percentage. I hate how I have to say that already because I don't understand the meme at this point. I'm too old for this. We might go after Parker because he does have the visits, so we'll do that. And then I don't think he goes from Troy to here. I don't know. We could go after Andy Thompson because he does have that, but I think we want to hire. I think he's probably the best option here. I don't think he goes from Stanford to ECU, but we'll test it. We'll test the theory. With season 1, we'll advance 1 by 1 week here until we get both of our coordinators, and then we'll get into the off season. Before I forget, I will go over the stats of the season after we just get both of our coordinators. All right. So let's go over the stats because we don't have any extra games. Hauser, 2,900 yards, 21 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Not a great season. Rushing-wise, Montgomery had over 1,000 yards with only 4 touchdowns. Jenkins had 7. Hauser had 8. Gunn Jr. had 4. Receiving-wise, Pettaway with 9, 14, and 5 to lead the team. Defensive-wise, Wills had over 100 tackles. Kendrick had 7 tackles for a loss and 4.5 sacks to lead the team. Lowry had 2 picks. Do we have any defensive touchdowns? No. We forced 5 fumbles and only recovered 2 of them. We did have 4 blocked kicks. That's insane, but no safeties. Kicking-wise, we did miss a couple field goals. We missed 2 in total and 1 extra point. Punting-wise, punted 59 times for 2,500 yards, 8 inside the 20, and 6 touchbacks. And no kick or punt return touchdowns here in season number 1. So now, since we did sign both of our corners, we can go ahead and simulate to the end-of-season recap, go over the bracket, and see who eventually won the national championship here in season number 1. And that team would end up being, looks like Texas over Clemson 28-21, with Boise State, Texas Tech, Texas, Miami, and Oregon winning their respective conferences, with LSU, Georgia, Florida, Notre Dame, SMU, Penn State, and Clemson as the at-large bids. So congrats to them. And now let's head on into the off-season. We're actually getting an off-season for once because the last couple videos have been a one-and-done seasons. Now we're going to have a lot more to going here. So players leaving, I mean, we got a lot of people wanting to transfer out. And when I mean a lot, I mean a ton. We have 2 persuasion attempts. We might as well just try to get O'Brien. Oh, he stayed. I was not expecting that. And Owens both stayed. All right, so that's cool. But we lose a lot more players. We're just going to go ahead and advance week since we only had the 2 attempts to persuade people. I think we went down in team prestige. So we only had 2. I'm pretty sure, I guess 1.2 only gets 2. But I don't know. Looking at the draft, I don't think we had anybody. We did not. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get the portal done. I'll be back in just a second. After the portal, we signed 28 players, which is still a pretty decent size class. If you look at the American Conference, we were 3rd in the American, only 1 behind Tulane as well by like 0.3 points. We're also behind Memphis by 5. So, I mean, we had some decent, we had 25 3-stars and a couple of 2-stars. But let's take a look, see if we got any good development traits. We do have an impact. We do get an elite dev will linebacker of Josh Petonio. That's a big one. Couple impacts, couple normals. We get a star dev Mike linebacker, Greg John. 2 first names. Gotta love it. Everyone else, though, looks to be normal and impact. Now we're getting to the transfers. But yeah, so we get 1 elite and 1 star dev. That's not bad in our first recruiting class here for this squad. But let's head in position changes. I don't think we did not sign any athletes. We have 3 quarterbacks. We have multiple running backs. We desperately need wide receiver help now since we have 3 seniors. Offensive line looks okay. I mean, definitely going to need some help. We do need some right edge rushers. So Kalis will move to right. And then I think we'll also move Reddy Jr. to right as well. Just because we kind of need people there. Defensive tackle, we have 2 defensive tackles. We still do not have a Sam linebacker. So everyone that we signed that's a will linebacker is moving over to Sam linebacker. Because not having a Sam linebacker is wild. Phillips will move over. And there was a 68 overall there. It's fine. And then we'll move Davis. I think that'll be fine. Corners, we did sign a couple of them at least. Most of them were transfers. Free safeties, strong safeties, kicker, and punter. So we are good there. But But let's head on into next week to our favorite part of the week, or of the season, and that is going to be training results. And as we go over training results, we're of course going to get a development upgrade for Lowry. He's up to an impact dev. We love to see it. We also get another one as well. That is Anderson up to an impact. That's nice. So 2 impact devs now. And let's head in there, see if we got any good upgrades. Barksdale's up +4 to an 86 overall corner. It's not bad. We got +6 for Platt. So far, it's the highest we've seen. Hauser's an 81. Montgomery's an 85, so that's pretty decent. Platt's up to an 80. We already saw him go up +6. Anyone get a big upgrades at all? 77 or +2 up to a 77. Got a couple +5s, +4s here and there. We give another +6 with Davis at Mike linebacker. We get a +7 for Darion Horsley. Almost called him Hornsley. There's no in there. It's just Horsley. Only 87 speed though, so that's kind of a little bit rough. But all in all, that's +9 for a punter. It's a punter, I guess, with +9. But I don't think we need to encourage any transfers. Nope, we are 12 players under the limit, so we got some work to do heading into Season 2. But we'll check out our team overall-wise. We should be at least above a 71 this year. Of course, overalls are definitely weird in this game. We're actually a 72. Still a lot of people want to transfer out, but that is going to end Season 1. It is on to Season 2 here with ECU. And here we are at the end of Season number 2 here at ECU. We go 6-6 on the season, at least better than last year. We started out, though, 1-3, and then we ended up being 3-3 after winning back-to-back against North Texas and Tulsa, before losing back-to-back, winning 1, losing 1, and winning our final 2 games on the season to officially be 500. So there is still a chance that we can go to a bowl game. It's very low, but there is still a small chance. We do sign a guard, which is nice. I don't know if we're gonna make a playoff or make a bowl game at all, but we will. We'll see. We will definitely see here. See if we can't make it. We also signed a right tackle, which is definitely going to help out a lot. But it's all going to depend on here. See if we have a chance. Udo wins the Heisman Trophy for Arizona State. Pretty much, we'll round up 1,700 yards, 5 yards per carry, 281 carries is insane. I don't like how it doesn't show touchdowns, but we'll be taking on Mississippi State in the Gator Bowl. So we do make a bowl game. We will advance one more week. I guess 2 weeks because it's not a week 1. I thought it said week 1, but I guess it is a week 2. So we'll advance there, and then we'll go over the stats here on the season because we had an extra game. And we end up losing, so we do go under 500 with 6 wins and 7 losses. But all in all, we'll check out the stats here on the season and see how this team did. Hauser had 13 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 2,600 yards. Not very many touchdowns, but less interceptions than last year. Rushing-wise, Montgomery had, again, over 1,000 yards with 9 touchdowns. Owens also had 9 touchdowns as well. Spalding had the most receiving yards, 815, and 4 touchdowns. Brown Murray led the team with tackles. A corner leading the team with tackles is kind of insane. Hughes had 13 tackles for a loss to lead the team and 3 sacks to lead the team. We did not have very many sacks at all. We did have 3 guys with 2 interceptions to lead the team. It's not bad. We did not have a defensive touchdown, though. We did force a good amount of fumbles, but only recovered 4 of them. 1 block kick, but no safeties. Kicking-wise, we did miss 3 from 50, 1 from 30, but made every extra point. So pretty decent season from him. 82 punts, 3,600 yards with 13 inside the 20 and 15 touchbacks. So again, not too bad, but no kick or punt return touchdowns this season either. So let's go ahead and simulate to the end of season recap. See who won it all here in season number 2. But we'll definitely see who it is. Texas won last year. This year, it is Clemson over Duke, 48-45. With Boise State, Clemson, LSU, USC, and Arizona State when they were respective conferences. With Duke UConn, Ohio State, SMU, Tennessee, Louisville, Florida, and yeah, that is it as that large bid. So 2 teams that were outside the top 12 made it in, winning their respective conferences with Clemson and Boise State. And Clemson ran the gauntlet. SMU, Florida, and then Louisville, and then beating Duke, who usually has a pretty good team for some reason. But, yeah. So heading now into the off season, we'll, of course, go over players leaving. Hopefully, it's not as many as we had last year, because that was rough. It's a little bit less, at least, and we still have only 2 persuasion attempts. Hopefully we can keep Clark, No, and maybe Owens. They're both gone, so everyone is leaving us. I don't think we had... No, we did not have anyone go into the draft this season. So we'll go ahead and get into the next part. Maybe they get drafted in the 7th round. Sometimes I've seen where it says graduation, but they do get drafted like 7th round, which would help out pro potential, which a lot of people want to leave with anyways. So, by checking out the draft results, we did not have any. So, I'm going to go ahead and get the portal done. I'll be back in just a second. So, after the portal, we signed 32 players, which a lot more than last year, but we do end up getting the 2nd best in the American at 45th overall in the nation as well. Only, 4 points behind Tulane, who did sign a couple more 4-stars than us, but all in all, we did sign our first one of the season, or of this video. But taking a look at development traits, we do get an elite dev Sam linebacker. That is big because, elite devs are always going to be a lot better than just normal and stars. We do get a couple stars here, though, quarterback and a wide receiver. We'll gladly take that as well. The 4-star is only a normal dev, kind of hoping for a little bit better, but we do get a star dev wide receiver transfer of Melvin, and a star dev transfer strong safety. So that's nice. But other than that, we do get another one with a will linebacker. So a lot more stars devs in this one. Let's see if we got any... we did not have any athletes, so we'll just go through the roster. We have all freshmen, besides Warner. Quarterbacks, running backs are still pretty decent. At least Landon Montgomery will be here for another season. Wide receivers are okay. Offensive line is still looking a little rough. Definitely need to upgrade that as soon as possible. D-line's looking a little rough. But other than that, we do have an 80 overall will linebacker at least now. Corners definitely need help now, with our highest being a 72 overall. But we should be good on kicker and punter, and we got no one else to move around. So we'll advance the week, get into training results, which, again, is our favorite part of the video, seeing how much players went up. We do go up to a 2-star prestige, so we do get more hours. That'll be very helpful. But we do have a couple 86 overalls, 3 to be exact, Nelson, Allen, and Montgomery. So Michael Allen will probably get or split some carries along with Montgomery here. Almost the same player. Literally almost the same. Allen does have a little more height and weight to him. But they're the same east-west playmaker. They do have side steps. That's kind of nice. But quarterback is going to be Maben. He's a 76 overall. So he'll be starting for us. Montgomery and Allen, we already went over. We do get a +8 from Fitzsimmons, up to a 74 overall. Wide receiver, Melvin got +7. That's the big one that we got the transfer. He's a star dev. I'm happy that he got an upgrade like that. Anyone else get a big up? We got +6 for a left guard. He's up to a 77. That's what we like to see. +7 up to a 66 for David. +5 for Williams for an edge rusher. We got a +10 from Billy over here, the normal dev. +7 for John, the Mike linebacker. He's up to a 74. We got a +10 from Bentonio, who is the elite dev. He's now a freshman redshirt. His deal breaker is pro potential. Nice thing is we do have Nelson up to an 86, so that should go up. But they might want to leave before then, so that's going to be a little bit rough. I don't necessarily want to lose Bentonio. Corners, though, +7, +6. Nothing with speed, though, other than Clark went up only +1. Anyone else get anything of note? Nope, not really. So, with a couple 86 overalls, but we do have a freshman quarterback now. I don't know how we're going to be. I don't think we need to encourage any transfers. We're still 9 under. So that's that. Let's advance the week one more time and see what this team overall is. We were a 69 overall last year. And now we are a 73. We went up +4. The defense went up +5 overall. The offense only went up +2. So all in all, a pretty decent jump. But that's going to end Season 2. It's on to Season 3 here with ECU. And here we are in Season 3 here with ECU. We go 9-3 on the season. Still not making the conference championship, but we actually started out 7-0 before losing our first game to FAU, who was ranked at the time as when we played them, and we were also ranked at the time too. But then we beat Memphis, then lost back-to-back against Temple and North Texas before beating UAB to end out the season to get our 9th win on the season. So we are going to get a bowl game as well. So let's advance the week. We don't need to manage our staff. Our staff is pretty good right now. We can keep them the way that it is. We do lose defensive tackle, which does kind of hurt, but we should go up to a 2.5 star after getting 9 wins this season. At least a 2.5. If we can win our bowl game, we might go up to a 3 star. I don't know, but we'll have to find out, because Coach Prestige should move way up after getting 9 wins on the season. But it is what it is. St. Clair, quarterback for Boise State, wins the Heisman Trophy. 2,800 yards, 31 touchdowns with a 71% completion percentage. And we'll be taking on Houston in the Frisco Bowl. So another bowl game here, and hopefully we can win this one. They are 6-6 on the season. And we only got 370 XP, so we did lose. So we are 9-4, which, again, it's 9-4. At least it's pretty good. We'll take a look at the stats here on the season. Mabin, at 13 games, 21 touchdowns to 9 interceptions, 3,100 yards. Not bad for his freshman campaign. Rushing-wise, Montgomery had over 1,100 rushing yards with 13 touchdowns. Allen also added 633 on the ground with 13 touchdowns, so they did actually pretty good together. Receiving-wise, Melvin with 881 and 7. Cortez, the true freshman, at 832 and 7 touchdowns. So that's pretty nice. Defensive-wise, Horsley had 85 tackles lead the team. Bitonio, who unfortunately does want to leave, had 11 tackles for a loss and 5 sacks to lead the team. Chandler led the team with 3 interceptions. We actually had a lot more interceptions this year. No defensive touchdowns, though. We only forced 4 fumbles, recovered 2 of them. We did block 2 kicks, but no defensive safeties. Kicking-wise, we did miss 1 from 50 and 1 from 30, but we made every extra point and only missed 2 field goals. So that's pretty good. We did punt 63 times for 2,700 yards, 14 inside the 20, and 12 touchbacks. And we did have a punt return touchdown by McCarter. So, hey, our first return touchdown so far. But anyways, let's go ahead and simulate to the in-season recap here. We'll find out who wins it all here in Season 3. We're getting closer. 9-3 season is still we are a 2.5 star now. Coach Stability up to a B+, Coach Prestige up to a B-. Only players that want to transfer out is due to pro potential. And it's really only 7 of them. 8, 10. There's only 14 players wanting to transfer out. That's not bad. We'll take it. We will gladly take it. Looks like Alabama defeats Florida in... Was this overtime? Yeah, it was in overtime. Well, 44-41 with Boise State, Alabama, Duke, UCLA. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. Wait. Where's the other team? Is it Tulane? Is it supposed to be Tulane? Oh, it's Arizona State. I'm blind. And Arizona State winning their respective conferences with Tulane, Florida, Georgia, Notre Dame, USC, Tennessee, and Clemson as the at-large bid. Clemson put up 63 points against Boise State, then put up 27 against Alabama. This was a dominant game. They put up 42 in the first half. Yikes. But yeah, that's Season 3 at least. Let's head into the off-season now. First off will be players leaving. Hopefully we can keep most of our good players, especially Bitonio, who we definitely want to keep around as long as he doesn't want to leave. And he wants to leave. And he's gone. I'm sad. We do have 7 persuasion attempts now. We're going to lose our best halfback as well. We also just lost our punt and kick returner. Can we keep one person? Please? Thank you. See, all you got to do is say please. Well, we do have at least one person. Nelson going to the draft in the 6th round as a linebacker. That will help the pro potential, but that's too late now. Since we lost both of our best linebackers, especially one with elite dev. Hopefully we can maybe keep them around. Hopefully. But of course we'll also check because sometimes there is more players that go. We do get 2 of them, Nelson and Montgomery. Nelson went the 5th and Montgomery went in the 6th round for the NFL draft, so that will help pro potential. But anyways, I'm going to get the portal done. I'll be back in just a second. So after the portal, we signed 23 players. I know it says 24 on there, but we did sign the top class in the American at number 30 with 5 4-stars. The only reason why it shows 24 is because we wanted to keep Bitonio, and we were number 2 and lost out to Texas. So unfortunately, he does go to Texas, but we do sign a pretty decent class of 23 players. We'll take a look around, see if we got any good development traits. Let's go first one here. Any good ones? We do get a star dev free safety of Debarius Folk. So that's not bad. We also get another star dev with Josh Keaton, a wide receiver 4-star. That's always nice to see one of our 4-stars be a star dev at least. We do get another one with Delhomme, a 4-star transfer strong safety. We also get more with Madden and Jaden Davis, both star devs. One's a sophomore and one's a junior transfer. So we get a couple people for a year, a couple people for 2. But I don't think we signed any athletes. We did not. So we have yet to sign an athlete, which is weird. But Davis will be our quarterback from now on, or for at least this year until Mabin starts for next season. Michael Allen will be our running back. Wide receiver, I mean, Melvin's good. Madden's good. We have a couple good wide receivers now. Tight end's all right. Offensive line desperately needs help. We do have a bunch of tackles that we can move over. So this guy can move to left. And then I think we'll move a guard. I think we need to move 2 over to left tackle because we've got a lot of right tackles, but not very many right tackle or left tackles. And we'll move a guard over to left as well since we need 3 and 3. I like having 3 and 3. It makes more sense. Edge rushers were okay. Anything else here? I don't think so. We have a good 80 overall corners at least. Yeah, okay. We do have our kicker and punter as well, so we don't need to worry about that. We'll advance the week into the training results, which is my favorite part as well. We also level up, so that's also nice. We stay at 2.5-star prestige, even though we won 9 wins. Mabin increases to impact dev. That's good. Our backup quarterback now is an impact dev. We also get our first 4-star wide receiver up to a star dev as well, so that's also nice. But Melvin went up +8, and he's a 91 overall. Well, we're going to have a top pick for wide receivers. That will help the pro potential. Quarterback's an 85. Mabin's up to an 82 and up +4. Reese went up +6 as that star dev as well. Mabin does have 11. Can he not upgrade anything anymore? Can Davis not upgrade anything? He can't. Well, that's unfortunate. Can't even get anything. So that's really sad. Running back, Allen's up to an 89. We got a +6, +4, and +1. That's not terrible. Wide receivers, we already went over Melvin with the +8, but Madden went up +5. Williams went up +4, so that's pretty decent there. Offensive line, we have an 80 overall left guard. Our best offensive lineman. We got a +6 for Burrow, though. +7 for Bolin. A +2 for Bostic. We got a +7 defensive tackle for Bland. That's pretty nice. We'll take that. 83 overall Will linebacker. 83 overall corner. We also got a 74 corner now. We went up +8. That's about it. Delhomme's also went up to an 84. So the defense should be a little bit better. The offense should also be a lot better with us adding a lot more skill positions in the portal. We only got a couple people wanting to transfer out, so that's also really, really nice. And I don't think, again, we need to encourage any transfers. We are still well under the limit, about 8 players actually under, so we are good there. And let's see what this team overall will be heading into Season 4. And to answer that question, once this game decides to load. There we go. We are 77 with a 79 defense and a 76 offense, so still not, championship worthy yet. But anyways, I'm going to get the season done. I'll see everyone at the end of season 4 here with ECU. And here we are at the end of season number 4 here with ECU. We go 10-2 on the season. A very nice, solid season here with ECU. We actually went 10 in a row after losing our first 2 games against Wake Forest and NC State, both ACC opponents. But after that, beat Coastal, FCS, Navy, FAU, who ended up being ranked 11th, who also went 10-2. So don't know why they're ranked above us, but North Texas, Charlotte, Tulsa, Temple, UTSA, Army. We do get to play Tulane in the American Conference Championship because we went 8-0 inside the conference, same as them. So if we get a win here, we actually will make the college football playoff, which is weird to say here in just 4 seasons. We actually did end up winning. We are 10-3. No, wait, we lost. Yeah, we lost. We were 10-2. We did lose. Granted, they were ranked pretty good. We had almost 40 yards passing and 4 touchdowns. What was the score? There's no... how did we lose this game? We lost 38-32. Granted, we did let up 21 points in the second quarter. That's not going to win you games. 291, 3 touchdowns. They had 2 guys with multiple rushing. We barely ran the football. Maybe that's why. All in all, still a pretty solid season. We are going to be still ranked inside the top 25, just not making the college football playoff, but still a pretty decent season all the way around. We'd also signed a 4-star halfback. We do lose 2 other 4-stars, though, which is a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. Bernard wins the Heisman Trophy for SMU. 101 catches, 1,500 receiving yards, and 22 touchdowns. Really solid season. We don't win any awards, but we will be playing Kentucky in the Armed Forces Bowl. So another bowl game here for ECU, and hopefully we can win this one. And then we'll, of course, check out the stats after this week. And we lost. Again. So, a little unfortunate, but let's check out the season stats here. For this season, Davis played 9 games. I guess he got hurt at some point because Maben played 6 of them. 1,900 passing yards, 11 touchdowns, 5 picks. Maben, 11 touchdowns, 3 interceptions with 1,200 passing yards. Rushing-wise, Allen over pretty much 1,400 rushing yards, 13 touchdowns in his senior season. Overton as well in his senior season, 704 with 10 touchdowns. Receiving-wise, Madden, his junior season, well over 1,000 yards with 4 touchdowns. Melvin, 884 with 8 touchdowns. Lorick had 514 and 5. Defensive-wise, Goldberg led the team with 95 tackles. Dowdle with 12 tackles for a loss. Happy we kept him around, but again, he's probably going to want to leave with 9 sacks. We had 5 interceptions from Chandler to lead the team. We did have a defensive touchdown this season. We did force a good amount of fumbles and recovered only 4 of them. We did not have a block kick nor a safety. Kicking-wise, though, I think, made everything. We made every extra point. We missed 2 extra points. That's unfortunate. Punting-wise, punted 54 times for 2,300 yards, 12 inside the 20 and 5 touchbacks. And no punt or kick return touchdowns here in Season 4. So let's go ahead and advance to the end-of-season recap. We'll go over the college football playoff bracket. Unfortunately, we were only 1 win away from making it 2, which is just a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. Coach prestige goes up. Still, players want to transfer out due to pro potential, but that should be rising after this year anyways. But let's see who wins it all. In year number 4, it's UCLA over Arizona State, former Pac-12 matchup, with Western Kentucky, Arizona State, Michigan, Clemson, and Tulane winning their respective conferences, and Tulane was the 4. They almost beat UCLA, the eventual national champions, with UCLA, Notre Dame, Georgia, SMU, Penn State, Duke, and Texas as the at-large bids. So congrats to them, and we move on to another off-season here with ECU going into season number 5 pretty much. But first, we got to end number 4. Well, we are a 79 overall team, but we still got a decent amount of players wanting to leave. Madden is going to go to the draft as an 89 overall player, and we're going to fail on Dowdle once again. Horsley, though, is going to stay. Shakir also is going to stay as well. Fitzsimmons is gone. Cortez is gone. He was, again, one of our first 4 stars that we added. Cooper is going to be gone, and then I think we're just going to try to keep North, and he's going to be gone as well. But we do have a second-round draft pick with Jeremiah Melvin. So wide receivers, halfbacks, 2 more going in the 6th round. So again, that will definitely help out with the pro potential. But let's advance one more week, and then we'll see where they all went in the draft. So the offense will definitely get a boost for that. We got 1,000 XP. Pro potential for a couple players, but again, nothing really else too much to write home about there. But we only had 4 players. Melvin 2nd round, Allen 5th, Overton 6th, and Madden in the 7th. So hey, we got a pretty decent haul. But anyways, I'm going to get the portal done. I'll be back in just a second. So after the portal, we signed 25 players, which is pretty solid. I mean, we'll definitely take that. We also get a top 20 class with 9 4-stars and 16 3-stars. We'll gladly take that and have the top class in the American Conference again. But let's go ahead and go through our players, see if we get anyone good. We do get a star dev. Well, 2 star devs to start. We'll take that. Both linebackers as well. Anybody else? A lot of normals and impacts. So far that is... Oh, we do get an elite dev edge rusher. But that's it. We get a couple star devs. A lot of impact, which is okay. We'll take it. That's fine. But all in all, we do have one athlete to move around. He is an offensive lineman, so he definitely needs to go there. I think we'll put him at left tackle, I think. Sure, I guess. I don't know. Quarterbacks, again, Mabin and Denson are now going to be the main 2. Although Denson's more of a runner. We'll have to see how it goes. Halfback is Shakir. He'll be our main guy going forward, even though he's only got 85 speed. Definitely needs some speed at halfback. Wide receivers, though. I mean, looking a little rough now after our year that we had some really good wide receivers. Offensive line, I mean, the left side of the line is okay. The right side of the line is pretty decent. We need now left edge rushers. Chester Bacon. What a name. He's going to move to left edge. I think we're also going to move Condone over here over to edge rusher 2. Our defensive tackles, we have 3 of them. I think an edge rusher could go play defensive tackle. Can Roberts go play defensive tackle? He definitely can. He's a 76. Yeah, we're moving him to defensive tackle. Instantly upgrading the defensive tackle room. Linebackers were pretty solid overall. Corners are okay, just don't have speed. Safeties, we have no strong safety, so Spear's going to go over to strong safety. We're also going to move Cahill over to strong safety. And then we're also going to move Ellington to strong safety. Now we'll actually have safeties. 3 and 3. We do need a kicker and punter this offseason, but first time that we've needed that. Before I go into upgrades, we're going to upgrade our coach because I think we're very close to a motivator upgrade. Yes, it's our offensive line. So we upgrade our offensive line before the training boost so we can actually get the training boosts. But I almost forgot to do that. But let's advance the week into training results and see how this team upgrades. We get 6,000 XP, which is insane. Gets us very close to another upgrade as well. We do get a impact upgrade for Horsley. He's now a star dev. That's nice. He's the only one that got an upgrade as well for his dev trait. And speaking of, he's the number 1 guy on this team with 88 overall. Granted, he's a senior now, so he'll be leaving us after this season. Quarterbacks, we have 83, 85, 86. I would say that's pretty good. Mabin will be our main man moving forward, then Denson will be behind him. Halfback, Shakir's an 82. Again, just don't have speed there. Wide receivers, again, just need speed in my opinion. Tight ends were fine. Offensive line, though, we did get a +7 and a +6. And a couple +6s out for the right guards, but a +7 for a right tackle. Really good tackles here. Edge rushers were pretty decent as well. I don't see like a big upgrade for really anybody. Never mind, I see a +8 for Wood. 93 speed, 97 acceleration now. We'll take it. But yeah, everything else was just normal upgrades. We're probably not going to be a 79 overall this year. I could see us maybe being something else, maybe like a 77. maybe a 76. I don't know. I don't think we need to encourage any transfers. We'll still 9 under the limit. So we are good there. And now it's time to advance the week and see what's going to happen. Let's see what our overall is. We're an 85? There's no way this team's an 85. See, this is the thing. I don't understand the overall system. Because we had plenty of 80 pluses last year and we were a 79. Now this year we don't have barely any and we're an 85. Anywho, that's going to end season 4. It's on to season 5 here with ECU. And here we are in season 5 here with ECU. We go 9-3 on the season. Have to play Tulane in the American Conference Championship once again. We lost our first 2 games of the season. Clemson against Michigan State, but then we won 3-0 before losing to Temple, who actually did go 10-2 in the season. But then we won the rest of the way and now have to face number 10 Tulane for the American Conference Championship. Now again, if we win, there is a chance that we make the college football playoff. However, slightly slim, we can still make it. And we are 9-4. So we do lose again. But again, it's going to be another, 9-win season at least, and hopefully we can win our bowl game to have 10 wins on the season. But we also do sign a 3-star free safety, and we sign another player, a 4-star halfback. There you go. So, we're solid. Now, Durante wins the Heisman Trophy, 263 carries, 1,700 yards, pretty much 1,800 yards rushing, with 6 yards per carry. That's actually pretty good. Wins the Heisman Trophy. We win no awards, and we have to play Texas in the Gator Bowl, which means we're not winning a bowl game. I think we can go ahead and simulate to the national championship because then we'll have our season or our game played, and then we can just sim one more week after that and check who wins it all. We do go 9-5. Obviously, we kind of knew that was going to happen, but let's check out the stats here on the season. Mabin, 30 touchdowns to 3,600 yards with 7 interceptions. Not too bad. Shakir, 1,400 rushing yards, 17 touchdowns for the junior redshirt. Receiving-wise, Smith led the team with 877 receiving yards with 8 touchdowns. Williams also had 867 receiving yards with 6 touchdowns. Defensive-wise, John led the team with 116 tackles, 13 tackles for a loss by Bacon, along with 9 sacks to lead the team. Wood and Horsley led the team with interceptions with 3. We did have a defensive touchdown by Wood. We did force a good amount of fumbles and recovered 6 of them. We did not have a block kick nor a safety. We missed every field goal from 50 yards this year. That is a yikes. So yeah, 7 missed field goals, 2 missed extra points. But we did punt 75 times, 3,100 yards, 11 inside the 20, and 8 touchbacks. And no kicker punt return touchdowns this season either. So let's advance one more week because then we'll reach the end of season recap. See who eventually won it all here in season 5. And that would be, it looks like USC defeats Notre Dame. With Louisiana Tech, USC, Tulane, Clemson, Alabama winning their respective conferences, with Duke, Penn State, LSU, Texas A&M, Tennessee, Notre Dame, Auburn as the at-large bids, and we probably would have got blown out by Tennessee or even USC because Louisiana Tech made it at 22nd ranked, but all in all. So let's get into another offseason. This will be offseason number 5 here with ECU, and hopefully we can make this team even better because 85 overall is not bad. But we still got a lot of people wanting to leave, and actually not too many. We should hopefully keep a couple players. Reese is gone already, 1 overall sophomore redshirt quarterback. I think all of these guys are going to be gone. We're going to need some corners. Because what, that's 5 corners gone. Oh, no, okay, only 4. Unless we keep Dukes. Okay, well, yeah, that's 3 corners. Do we have anyone go in the draft? No, no one does. Well, that's actually more corners because Horsley is gone. That's fantastic. Anyways, we'll advance the week. We are going to need some DBs. It's badly here in this transfer portal. But all in all, we'll take a look at the draft results. I don't think we had anybody get drafted. Oh, we had 2. We did have Horsley and Chisholm both get drafted. So we do have 2 guys, a corner and a center. So that will definitely help out. But anyways, I'm going to get the portal done. I'll be back in just a second. So after the portal, we signed 26 players, which, again, is pretty solid. We end up not a top 20 class, but we do get a top class inside the American again with 8 4-stars and 18 3-stars. So let's take a look, see if we get any good development traits, because that's what we desperately need at this point. We do get a couple star devs here from a free safety and a Sam linebacker, so that's not terrible. One of our 4-stars, or a couple of our 4-stars, just normal on impacts. That's a little unfortunate because we're kind of hoping. We did get a star for one of them at least. But taking a look, we got another star dev wide receiver. We're getting an elite dev guard. That's really, really nice. Other than that, though, we do get another star dev Mike linebacker. And that is it. A couple of normals and impacts the rest of the way. Going into position changes, I don't think we need to do anything for athletes. Quarterback is fine, especially with Mabin still leading the room. Shakir and Waylon will be our 2 main going forward. Again, we just need speed here. 85 speed is not going to cut it. Wide receivers, I mean, we have 1 guy with 90 speed. Offensive line, looking a little rough. We could move Boyette over to center. I think we're going to do that. I think 77 overall might be even... That could start at left tackle. He's a 76 over there, but still, it's better than what we got. We'll also move Battle over to left guard, just so we can even out the room there a little bit. Have 3 guys there, and we'll also move this guy to center, I guess. I don't know. Might as well, just because we need some offensive line. Right tackle, we're solid, 82 overall. Edge rushers were good. Defensive tackles were okay. I could probably move maybe Kalis to defensive tackle. 72 overall. That's not terrible, but we're going to need some D-line. Linebackers were okay. Corners, I mean, we need speed. Wood's the only guy with 90 plus. We do need strong safeties again, but luckily we signed a ton of free safeties again to move to strong safety, because at least we can do that. If that was not the case, we would be in trouble. But we got a kicker and our punter. Both 70s overall. Is actually not too bad, to be honest with you. For a freshman coming in at 75 and a 76, that's not bad at all. So we'll take that. Another 5,000 XP. We do level up as we head into training results. Fortunately, didn't get an upgrade before then, but we do have 2 90 overalls. Killebrew's a 93, 93 now. And Montgomery's a 90, so that we'll gladly take that. Marquise over here get a plus 10. Quarterback is an 88 with Mabin. No one else really went up big other than Prosh here went up to a 76. Halfback of Shakir went up to an 87. We have 80 overalls now. Wide receivers 90, 81, 80. Plus 12 for Martin Doss. 82 overall now. Decent with the left tackle room. Left guard's a 79. We already went over our right guard, so we're going to have some good pro potential from our offensive line now. So we got 2 plus 10s at least. Horner's went up plus 7. Plus 9 from Teamer. I'm going to count that as another plus 10. That's 3 plus 10 overalls. Plus 6 for Favre. He went up to an 88. We might have a pretty solid team next year. Hey, Law's up to a 90 speed, and Cushenberry's also up to a 90 speed. Nice. Folk's also up to 91. Plus 10 for a strong safety. We had 5 guys go up plus 10. I went right back into training results. I wanted to advance the week, man. There we go. All right, let's advance the week. See if... I don't think, again, we need to encourage any transfers or cut people, to be honest with you. I don't think we do. Nope, we are still 7 under. So let's advance the week one more time and see what overall we're going to have going in to season number 6 here with ECU. And that, as the game loads, we're in 90 overall, so we're getting there. I think we're still a couple seasons away, but this team is starting to really come together. But that's going to end season 5. We're on to season 6 here with ECU. And here we are in season number 6 here with ECU. We go 11-1, 7-1 in the American Conference. Having to play Tulane again I feel like it's always us in the American Conference Championship game at this point, especially in these last couple seasons. But only loss came against UTSA, who went 7-5. We lost 30-20, but we did beat Tulane earlier on this year. So if we can do it again, we make the college football playoff. However, a loss, and we don't make it since we are ranked 11th. They're ranked 15th. If they were ranked any higher, there would have been a shot. And we did win. We are 12-1. So we win the American Conference for the first time. It just took us 6 seasons to get here. Shakir also set the single-season rushing touchdowns record, which is nice. So we must have had a lot of rushing touchdowns. I think we probably will get the Player of the Week awards. But Bobby Callow, QB out of Oklahoma, wins the Heisman Trophy. Almost 4,600 yards, 58 touchdowns. That's insane. We'll be playing Iowa, though, in the college football playoff as the 11 seed. So we do end up making the college football playoff. We'll take a look since we're already here. It looks like ECU and then the top 4 teams, Duke, Michigan, West Virginia, and Oklahoma, won their respective conferences to get the automatic bids, with Penn State, Clemson, UCLA, Alabama, Iowa, Texas A&M, and LSU as the at-large bids. So we finally make the college football playoff. And let's see how this season will go, especially now against Iowa, who we actually have an overall advantage. So let's see if we can beat Iowa on the road. We're going to be on the road for the first time, and especially inside the college football playoff. I mean, we just got to get a win and move on. It would be nice if we can, but it's going to be tough here against Iowa. We have to score, and hopefully we can get some stops on defense. It looks like we're going to start on offense first as well. We'll go quarter by quarter, like we normally do. And on the first drive, we go nowhere, but the defense gets a stop and we get a field goal. So it's 3-0 at the end of 1. Second quarter, Iowa would score a touchdown to make it 7-3, and then we would get a touchdown to make it 10-7, and a field goal to make it 13-7 before they get a field goal to make it 13-10 at the half. Iowa will start the football and get a field goal to tie the game. And we'll go in the fourth, 13-all. We get a big first down on 3rd and long, and then we get another first down on 3rd and 3, and then we get a touchdown on 3rd and 10. It's a 7-point lead here for ECU on the road, and the defense gets a stop. Now we just need a field goal to pretty much end the game, and we are near field goal range, but we go backwards, and then we get sacked, and we turn the ball over, and Iowa will have a chance to tie, but on 4th and 10, they go backwards in ECU. We'll beat Iowa on the road 20-13. And that means we are moving on. So hopefully, I forgot who we're going to be playing up against now, but we do get our first college football playoff win here with ECU. Took us 6 seasons to get here, but hey, we got here and we finally won our first college football playoff game and our first ever one as well. 56 XP. Gotta love to see that. We'll be playing West Virginia in the Sugar Bowl. Is this Big 12? We also lose one of our staff members as well. It looks like he's head coach at Cal, which is a little unfortunate. We'll just... This guy's the highest overall. See if he wants to be here. He's an architect head coach or a defensive coordinator. That might help us, but... Taking a look at the bracket, the winner of this game would go play LSU or Michigan. Duke, Clemson, Oklahoma, Alabama. So SEC, ACC, and then SEC Big 10, and then American Big 12. So hopefully we can win another one, and this time it's in a neutral site game at least. But, and again, we have an overall advantage. So let's see if we can't do it again and beat West Virginia here. If we can, that'd be kind of nice. We'll move on to the semifinals in our first ever run in the college football playoff here with ECU. But it all depends on how we play in this one. We got to get stops and we got to score on offense. And it looks like we're going to start on offense first as well. Our first drive will end in nothing. West Virginia will get a touchdown to take a 7-0 lead at the end of 1. Second quarter, we would punt again. They would turn it over. They miss a field goal. Then they turn it over. We get a touchdown to tie the game up, and it's 7-all at the half. West Virginia will start and turn over again. We get another touchdown. They get a field goal, It'll be 14-10 going in the fourth quarter, where we would have to punt. They would start from their own 10-yard line, and they would also have to punt as well after going 3 and out, and then we would also as well. It's a 4-point game, so they do need a touchdown. On 4th and 8, they punt. A big run. We'll waste some time, but we have to punt again. 4th down and 4. They get stopped again, and ECU will move on to the semifinals, scoring only 2 touchdowns, but the defense played out of their minds and only allowed 10 points against West Virginia. I mean, we scored at near the end of the half, and then we get a big turnover in the third quarter and score. Those were big turnovers. So we get, the win, and we're moving on to the semifinals here with ECU, where, again, this next matchup probably will be a lot rougher. You just never know who we're going to get at this point. But either way, these teams will be really, really good. We're going to be playing LSU in the next round. But we do get the defensive coordinator at least. So hopefully we can keep him around. LSU ended up beating Michigan 35-33 in a overtime win. So good for them. Duke will be playing Alabama in that other semifinal as well. So this one will probably be the toughest one we get, and LSU is actually almost the same overall as us. However, their defense is really, really good here for LSU. So we got our work cut out for us here against their defense. However, if our offense can put up a couple points, our defense can get stops. We saw that against West Virginia. You just never know how this can happen. But our next opponent will be tough either way. We're going to start on defense first. And the defense gets a stop. The offense gets a touchdown. The defense has gotten multiple stops. It'll be 7-0 at the end of one. However, they get short field. They get a field goal. It's now 7-3. It's still 7-3, and it'll be that way at the half. So second half, we start with the football and punt. LSU will begin with a touchdown. They take a 10-7 lead. Their first lead of the game. We would get a first down. We are now not in field goal range anymore. We get into field goal range, and it's tied. So it's now a 5-minute game pretty much the rest of the way, now under 4. And we get a big turnover. And now all we need to do is get into field goal range. 4th and 2, and we punt. But they got to start their own 9-yard line. We get stopped, and we get short field. We will kick a field goal with 50 seconds to go. They have no timeouts. And LSU is going to go down to ECU. And we're moving on to the national championship game. A absolute huge defensive stand again by this defense. Back-to-back games where they only allowed 10 points. The offense does just enough to win another. And that means ECU will be going to the national championship game here in Season 6. So let's see who we're going to be playing. Again, it's either Duke or Alabama. Duke really has good simulation logic, so they might actually go to the national championship game here. You just never know. Obviously, we're going to get the Player of the Week awards. We'll be playing Duke in the national championship. Like I said, they have very good sim logic. They would defeat Alabama 31-28. They also beat Clemson 34-28. So they allow 28 points per game. It's just they have scored 32.5 points per game. And we have scored 20, 14, and 13. So we've gone down each of these last couple of games. But all we got to do is win this one. We are national champions here with ECU, and they're a 94 overall. This will be a tough one. But we have shown that we can beat a tough team. Let's see if we can't do it again. Just have to focus on getting stops on defense and have to put up points on offense here in the national championship. So let's see how we do. We're starting on offense first. Let's go quarter by quarter like we always do. First drive is a field goal. Duke would punt, then we turn it over and give them very short field. They lead 7-3. Second quarter, we would get another field goal, then a touchdown after a turnover. So both teams get touchdowns off turnovers, and it's 20-10 at the half after we score before the end. So a 10-point lead, and then another turnover and another touchdown. Multiple turnovers that have turned into points for both sides. 4th and 7, we're going to stop on defense. We can now just run the ball. It's 34-10. And ECU will go on to win 34-18 and will win the national championship here in Season 6. An unbelievable run here by ECU. The defense was the main culprit of why we won this game, or even won at all. I mean, granted, the offense did finally show up in the national championship game. You can't say anything about that. But man, oh man, ECU will win it all. 34 points national championship game after putting up 40 points total in 3 games. We almost double our points. We almost matched our points from the entire playoff run. But we finally get the win in our first playoff run. And of course, we'll go over the stats as well here for this season. We set the single season rushing touchdowns record. And of course, we're also going to set the, I think we already set the single season passing yards record as well for the ECU team. But checking out the stats here of this one, Maben played 15 games, 29 touchdowns, 1 interception. Mateo also played 4 games, had 644 with 5 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Rushing-wise, Shakir, 17, or pretty much 1,800 rushing yards, 20 touchdowns. Jones had 425 and 4. Wayland, 340 and 6. And Maben, 248 and 3. Receiving-wise, Jet had over 1,000 yards with 10 touchdowns. Blasingame had a 951 and 4. Montgomery, 841 and 5. Keaton, 468 and 9. Doss, 425 and 3 on the season. Defensive-wise, Favre led the team with 114 tackles. Bacon led the team with 22 tackles for a loss and 50.5 sacks. Darrell Law led the team with 4 interceptions. We did not have a defensive touchdown. We did force some fumbles. Ben recovered most of them as well. We did block a kick, but we did not have a safety. Kicking-wise, we did make every kick. We were 123 for 23 and 62 for 62 with a freshman kicker. That's insane. We punted 69 times for over 3,000 yards, 17 inside the 20 and 12 touchbacks. We did not have a kicker punt return touchdown in the national championship winning season. But that's going to go ahead and do it for the video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, hit the like button down below. It is free. It helps out the channel. Again, if you guys do want to see a team that we have not done before, write a comment down below, and we'll get to that team in the next episode. Obviously, it's first come, first serve. So if I see a name before, we'll get to that team. But if there's multiple, there'll be over a certain amount of episodes to get that done. But anyways, hope you guys have a great rest of your day, week, weekend, whenever you guys watch this. I'm out. Peace.